Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of Headshot. This week we've got caster reactions, top 5 breakdowns, and interviews with the head admins and players of the games. We've gone from group stage to playoffs this week, and we've got so much exciting stuff to show you. Let's go to Luke and Ben.
Hey guys, I'm here with Sol, and we're going to be taking a look through the league tables and the bracket. So let's get straight into it, shall we? Kicking straight off the bat, I want to talk about the game between Vikings and Staffordshire Saints.
So, Vikings. Word of advice: if you're playing hardpoint, carry on. Oh crap! Don't want to drop that. If you're playing any other game mode, I would suggest forfeiting, because that was something. Hardpoint only on the win. Not saying you did bad. Just saying you could have done a lot better.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of choked it a bit because that was like a qualification game. Staffs won that, so they went through into the playoffs. But Vikings could only win the hardpoint. They couldn't win anything else.
Yeah, so I think it was both teams had, I think, what was it, 1 win. They both had 4 wins, and so whoever won was qualifying. So, at a point, I do feel sorry for the Vikings. However, it's one of them. Staffordshire won. It happens, lads. You know, there's always a next time.
Perhaps though, the one thing that amazes me more is like the group one from NSE. Sea Stags, they got through on 15 points. Yas Queen Slay and Faith have 3 points.
Yeah, I noticed. So that was something that you're like, what? Like that made me laugh. Right, because I know in NSC, Yas Queen Slay only won 1 game. Unlike Hertfordshire Jets, I mean, at least Yas Queen's actually won a game. Not talk about Shad level for 27. Like, come on now.
Yeah, they've not dropped a single map.
Yeah, they haven't dropped a single map. I think Hertfordshire's on their 4th in the NSC in terms of wins, and Hallam's on 3, aren't they? But it's amazing how Shire LaBeouf have just come and wrecked this entire tournament, be it in NSC or new. And I think from a viewer standpoint, we know who's going to win. But obviously, things left to chance. Anyone could win. It's anyone's game at this point.
So Staff Saints, after their victory against Vikings, they've just stuck through. But that puts them against S&G London.
Yeah,
the easiest of opponents.
That's I don't know whether to be happy for them or to want to cry on their behalf. But it is unfortunate for them, I'm going to say. Now, again, anyone can win, but come on now. That's it clear as day. We know the winner there. I reckon they should have just lost. Well, if I was them, anyway. But then again, if you are all playing for the title, might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
Even if it means taking on one of the top dogs, but you're going to have to do it sooner or later. Might as well get it done early.
Sea Stags Holloway is going to be an interesting game as well.
Yeah, that does look like it's not going to be too bad, to be honest. And I actually can't wait to see it, but Shy are going up against... Oh, no. Right, Hertfordshire. Back to Campbell for you. You've lost. GG. You're up against Shia LaBeouf.
I think I can go on ahead and bring in Molliv and we can do a breakdown of the top 5 plays.
Good thing, buddy.
Okay, guys, so I'm here with Molliv now, and we're going to be taking a look at one of the plays from the top 5 plays of the week. So how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Yeah, we've got the pleasure of analysing Milo's clip from NSE this week. I mean, yeah, let's get into it. We'll show you guys the actual clip so you know what we're talking about. So it's control on Garrison, and I think it was right at it was the last round, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Milo basically managed to secure the entire site, and he gets all the kills for it as well. So it was a really awesome clip, and we're going to break it down now and tell you just why it was an awesome clip.
Yeah, I really like this clip because it highlights the game sense that Milo has, and it shows the teamwork that Free Agent 2 had during this game as well.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, so let's get into it. So Milo spawns, obviously. Where is Milo? Here we go. Okay, so he spawns, and basically where we're getting off is roughly at the start of the round. Free Agent 1 have got 1 tick on B site, and they're 2-1 up as well. So yeah, this is a really important round for both teams. Obviously, if Free Agent 1 manage to control both sites, then they win their first map of the best of 5. And if Sheffield Hallam can defend it successfully, then that's their that's a 2-2, and then it goes, makes it even tenser. But yeah, so let's get into it. So as you can see here, basically we've got the whole of Sheffield Hallam defending. We've got Sloopy in control. Pies is on stairs, I imagine, probably here. Then we've got Quids pushed up just under floating tank, and I think Gnu's is just respawned. But Gnu's is going to come and swap with Pies. Pies is then going to swap with Quids, and Quids is going to push into loading here, just to try and get a few extra kills if Free Agent 2 respawn. So what we can see already from Free Agent 2 is that they're pushing towards the B side of the map, right? You've got two players here, Asher and Acknowledger, going into tools and probably going to push on to Plat, and you've got Milo coming into caution, and Sloopy's just killed 2 free agent players in caution, right? He just killed Asher and Milo. So the fact that Milo comes in here, basically he's looking to get Sloopy while he's still regenning health, right? So yeah, you can see here we get the first fight. So 2 players are coming in on Plat, and you can see 2 players over here going into caution. So if you watch Milo here, number 6, here you are. Milo managed to get that kill on Sloopy, and in getting that kill on Sloopy, he's kind of caught Sheffield Hallam off guard, okay? Because all of Sheffield Hallam now are either in the middle of the map or over towards the A side. They have no one else defending on this B site. And I think Gnu's notices this instantly, right? You see him just now, you'll see him push off tanks and go all the way back to B site. But the timing is just perfect from Free Agent 2, okay? Because Gnu's can't obviously see caution when he rotates off. So he gets the Asher and Milo basically get a free push onto this B site, and Gnu's can't even contest it.
Yeah, I mean, although it worked out for Free Agents, this is a smart rotate from News because so in this game, Free Agents, they went 2-0 up in the control, and then the Sheffield Hallam have just won the previous round. So they're being aggressive on the defense here off some renewed confidence, right? They're 2-0 up in the series, and they were getting trounced on in this game up until this moment.
Yeah.
And then that kill comes in where Sloopy goes down, and it leaves them in a bit of an awkward position. So News rotates off. It's just unlucky that he gets caught out by the timings.
Yeah. Exactly right. So yeah, what we see from Free Agent 2 is basically a fully coordinated attack onto B site. I think Quids, so Quids gets a kill onto Demon. He's basically just trying to tick those lives down. As you can see, like Free Agent 2 are on the back foot. They've got less lives anyway. But yeah, this coordinated attack is almost flawless from Free Agent 2. the way that each one of them is watching a different angle. Like we'll show you here. So Asher's in vents here. Acknowledger and Milo peek at pretty much exactly the same time and just catch Gnu's out, right? But
Yeah.
what Asher does here, coming out of vents, he's going to be checking all of Dolly, right? And as soon as he sees that's clear, as soon as Milo and Acknowledger get this kill onto Gnu's, and Asher clears, you can see Asher here clearing Dolly. He's free to go into lights then. Milo's watching stairs and green room, and Acknowledger's probably looking towards lights as well, right? I can't quite see his player model, but I'd imagine he's looking into lights.
Yeah. I like just in general, this is a smart push from all three of them, right? Because Milo's Skeng, as he's coming out of caution, initially he's looking towards bridge. So as Acknowledger pushes down, he's holding bridge, which is the only angle that Acknowledger can get peeked from apart from lights. And of course, Acknowledger is ready for the lights peek anyway.
Yeah. But the great thing about this play is we talk about and we can analyze it and we can say, yeah, we expect Milo to be ready for this because he's watching stairs and he sees that it's clear, so he would assume that Pies would be coming from a different angle. But the fact here that Pies gets the first tag onto Milo without taking any damage, and Milo manages to turn on him and get the kill, is that it makes the play, it really does make the entire clip something to analyze.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's something smart from Milo, right? So as they've come out, they've taken out News, who's rotated onto the site, and Ash is pushing around in towards lights, so he can get the flank on the play that's in there already. And Acknowledger's holding the lights exit anyway. And you've got Demon that's just spawned in, and he's about to get the kill on Quids, who's in loading, and then he's going to be coming plat.
Yeah.
So that covers behind. So he then immediately begins to focus on green room. And he sees that's clear, and then his next point of call is to check the flank that will be there before Demon can come to help.
Mm-hmm. The great thing about how Free Agent 2 team held that is they've basically managed to get half a tick already. And from us watching it, it sounded like they pretty much only got on it. They managed to get those two players on the site, and Asher got some time on the site as well. Now killing the Sloopy who just respawned in lights and pushing onto the site. Now it really adds the time up. So yeah, the fact that Demon gets this kill onto Quids, who's the only player alive for Sheffield Hallam until Gnu's just respawned, like that, the entirety of that team wipe here at 1.5 points on the B site, it means they can pretty much take it for free. You can see, like, because Gnu's respawns first, he's obviously going to try and he's going to try and contest it, but Milo gets the kill onto Gnu's. We'll see if we can highlight that. So Milo sat in vents here, watching the only place that Gnu's could be, right? Because Asher's in lights, and Acknowledger's now watching stairs, and as you said, yeah, Demon's in plat, probably watching green. So the fact that Milo's here, watching exactly where Gnu's is going to come from, he managed to get the kill, and at that point, B's gone. Right, there's no way that the rest of Sheffield Hallam can contest B anymore, and you can see that the way that they've positioned themselves as well, they've given up at this point. As soon as Gnu's dies, that's it. They're straight onto A site, and B site falls.
Yeah, again, that vent push is something that's very smart from Milo. So like, he's got a player in lights, and he's got Acknowledger who's there on site as well. And then when Demon gets that kill on Quids, so they know they've killed News, Pies, and Sloopy, are all going to be spawning out. And then Quids has gone down as well. So that's the only player that could have been somewhere close, and he's gone down, which means Milo is free to do whatever he wants, and he chooses to push it in towards vents, and he sits and holds that cross angle from bricks.
Yeah. It just is like fantastic team play from a team that really we had no expectations from coming into the tournament. It's a free agent team, which means that none of these players knew each other before the league. So yeah, there's that's impressive enough as it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our analysing of Milo's clip from the top 5 plays. We hope to do more, and if you guys like this, please let us know in the comment section, because then obviously we'll try and do more. And next episode we might try and get 2 clips in if it's really something that you enjoy. But for now, I think we've got the players interview with Sloopy, right?
Yeah, we do actually have Sloopy on next for the interview.
Yeah. So that's it from me this week. I'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah, and I'll be the one interviewing Sloopy, so let's go. So let's get a breakdown from a bit of a different perspective then, because I'm sat here with the Sheffield Hallam captain, Sloopy. First of all, how do you think groups went?
It went pretty well, especially in Newell. A 7-1 record, a 21-3 map record. It went a lot better than we expected. NSC was a bit more challenging, so that went a bit differently, but we still did pretty well, in my opinion.
Yeah, things weren't exactly plain sailing for were you?
No, definitely not. We had some problems mid-season, but we managed to get through it and ready for playoffs now.
Is there any games that you think were like standout games from the team, or games that you could improve on?
I think when you play the best team in the game with Chichester, you always come out of it knowing more, feeling like you've improved more. So that was a big game for us. Even though we did lose it 3-0, it's what you take away from it in a learning perspective that's more important. To games that stood out, probably 3-0 against Uwe, the same night as the Chichester game. We came out and just absolutely annihilated them, better than we thought we'd ever beat them. So that was pretty interesting, pretty fun to play.
Who do you think's been the best performer for the team so far?
I think in terms of, we brought Creds in halfway through the season to fill in the AR role. He's a well-known sort of like M player. He's done pretty well for the team so far. Puts up a lot of numbers. Same with Pies as well. I think when you've got a whole team that knows their roles and meshes well, you're going to be a fundamentally good team all around. So I think Quids and Pies have done their bit. But on the other hand, you've got me and George who also play our role and bring our side to the bargain.
So looking ahead into the future, what do you think of your place in the no playoffs?
Oof, it's a tough one, Matt. I don't want to sound too egotistical. I don't want to put us too far down the rankings. We're definitely going for top 4, 100% going for top 4. Obviously, SNG and Chichester pose a massive threat, and unless someone can knock those out in advance of the winners bracket finals or the losers bracket finals, it's going to be one of those two in the finals for sure. We've also got teams like Royal Holloway as well, with previous season champions who are coming with a fight, ready to go. So it's going to be tough. We're going to have some interesting matches. It's going to be really fun.
So if you make it through in the first round of playoffs, you're almost certainly going to be facing S&G. How do you think that's going to go?
I think S&G are an excellent team. Obviously, they've got 3 players who, again, like well-known AMs with Ali, Arian, and Cheek. And obviously, they've got the analytical game sense side coming from Connie. So they're definitely a formidable opponent to be playing against. It's going to be interesting. I think if we come out on fire, we can definitely do something. It's a case of making sure that we're there 100% ready to go. And we've got all the fundamentals of the game down to a T, because they're going to have theirs down to a T. So if we go in half cocked, it's going to be a clean sweep for them probably.
So you mentioned S&G, you mentioned Chichester, and you mentioned Holloway. Name one more team that you think we should be looking out for in the playoffs.
Oh, that's a great question. I think the Hertfordshire Stags could put up a good fight. Keep an eye out on those guys. If they come up against us, then it's a different story. But in terms of their team, they're looking pretty good. So
thanks for being here, Sloopy. We're now going to be heading over towards the admin interview. That'll be with Moliv and Tex. So let's go into that.
Shout out S74.
All right. So in this admin section, we're going to be talking about the double elimination bracket. So Mo, do you want to bring us into that?
So for Newell and NSE, we've got a double elimination bracket, which means that players are allowed 1 loss before they are then eliminated from the tournament after their second loss. This creates a really solid bracket system, which allows for a losers run, which means that the losers in the losers bracket have to win flawlessly after they've lost their first game, and make it all the way to the grand finals, which then means they have to reset the winners. So they have to win an initial best of 5 and then the reset best of 5 again to win the entire tournament. So, yeah, this double elimination bracket will create some really interesting games for us.
But with that, there've been some map changes. So obviously, on Hardpoint and Search and Destroy, Checkmate is still in the map pool, Garrison's in the map pool, Moscow's in the map pool, and Raid. But now Apocalypse is in. And on Search and Destroy, Checkmate's still there, Miami and Moscow and Raid are all still there, but Express has been added in, which is really interesting. And Mo's about to tell you why that's really interesting.
So obviously, Express we've had in Call of Duties twice already in the past. So it's a classic Black Ops map that players should have played in the past, and we should see some really, really good content coming out from these teams. Some strats, they pull out all the stops to be able to beat some of these higher teams. If they have the experience, they might not even have, the best fragging power in the team. If they've played this map before, they know this map in and out, and that is such a strong situation when you come into one of these games,
100%.
especially against a formidable opponent.
Yeah, especially these guys are all the top 8, remember, so these guys should be the best of the best from the group stages. So it's going to be really exciting. And obviously Apocalypse, the new map added on Hardpoint, that's really exciting as well, because obviously we're using this map pool. New maps in on Hardpoint, taking out Crossroads, I believe.
Crossroads,
which isn't my favorite, and I know it isn't your favorite either. So that's going to be really cool to see. New map in the pool, some exciting new gameplay, some new strats coming out. So that's going to be really cool.
Thank you for watching, and if you just can't get enough of the UCD, check out our Kills of the Week montage and all our other videos.